we forecast this matchup as two tight head props wearing number 3. Tim Metcher, the Aussie from Seattle, and Patty Ryan, the Aussie from San Diego, going toe-to-toe.
Seattle number 1 in the MLR and scrums at 95.6. San Diego 5th at 88.3 for those into the numbers. They're bound in there. You have to use your feet to get it back. And it's taken out of there nicely. Now Peterson, he's stopped. Ball comes out. Augsburger trying to burrow his way toward the try line. Furno, and Seattle comes away with it. And they're going to kick this one into the seats.
That is huge, huge defense. The deflection of the pressure from Seattle. Watch the turnover here as Furno tries to go over, but the ball's ripped out. It's a knock-on, advantage being played, and it'll be a line-out. And Shalom Sukiola puts the boot to it. They're a lot more comfortable playing outside the 22-meter line. You watch that scrum, though. Absolute stalemate. Both teams trying to get the advantage, and they're absolutely going nowhere.
If they just take half a step, mate, yeah, that's good there. Thanks, bud.
Message delivered there to KP Pippoletti, the 20-year-old. On this line out for San Diego. Furno up high to get it. Back to Augsburger. On to Duplessis. Duplessis, a little fake there. Taken down by Manoa. Now to the hands of Stanfield. Patty Ryan dropped just shy of the 22-meter line. Augsburger pulls it out there. Furno gets it back. Doug Free, now Pippoletti. Submarine there as he got hit down low. Peterson now. Song Wuching. And the referee, Scott Green, closing in here.
Yeah, Barton off his feet.
You have to roll quicker, yeah.
Tackler never rolled away. So some big hits coming up from J.P. Smith wearing the number 9 jersey there. San Diego's had all the ball. Peterson already calls for the tee, going to try to put another three-pointer on the board. But you would think that with the amount of possession that San Diego's had, granted, tries are going to be hard to come by in this game.
Looks that way, indeed.
But they've had a lot of the possession. There's Saul Wuching going up against J.P. Smith. You talk about a find. Saul Wuching played for the University of Washington.
Yeah.
He was a Husky linebacker.
He was.
Had a chance to go in the NFL, Ben. Decided to play this game instead. It's the beautiful game. Why wouldn't you play it?
Yeah, after the kick was good.
Terrific. He was 4th in the NCAA in sacks he was in 2016. So here's Peterson now, trying to tack on another 3 here for the Legion. The right boot into it, and Peterson right down Broadway there to make it 6-0 San Diego, Brian.
If you haven't seen Joe Peterson play rugby before, he's done this all year. He is absolutely fearless, and it's because of his experience.
Midway point has been reached here in the first half. The home squad, San Diego, on top of the defending champion, Seattle, 6-0.
Hey guys, if you're experiencing erectile dysfunction, you can now get treated anywhere. Like here, 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 even here. Okay, maybe not there. But that's why we built Roman. So it's easy to get ED meds prescribed online, delivered to your door. Just visit GetRoman.com, chat with a U.S. licensed physician, and you'll get FDA-approved medication delivered in discreet packaging. Roman, let's take care of it. Get started with your free online visit at GetRoman.com/TV.
My experience with USA Air has been excellent. They really appreciate the military family, and it really shows.
With all that USAA offers, why go with anybody else? We know their rates are good. We know that they're always going to take care of us.
It was an instant savings, and I should have changed a long time ago.
It was funny because when we would call another insurance company, they would say, oh, we can't be USAA.
We're the Weber family.
We're the Tennies.
We're the Hells, and we're USAA members for life.
Get your USAA auto insurance quote today.
A little more than halfway through this opening half of play. San Diego on top of Seattle by a score of 6-0. Be sure to check out 20th Century Fox's film Dark Phoenix. The Phoenix will rise. The X-Men will fall. Now playing rated PG-13. Down to Stacey Pates on the pitch with a special guest. Stacey.
A key component missing for the San Diego Legion is Dylan Audsley out with a fractured fibula. Now, when you take inventory of this first half, what are you seeing from your guys?
We're playing some really good rugby right now. We just have to finish them off. They played some good defence at the end of the 20 minutes there. I think the key is we just keep doing what we're doing and keep tacking away, and eventually we'll get the win, hopefully. So, yeah. One
of my favorite visions from Dylan after they won the semifinal was he was hopping on his good leg to join his team. He said if they win today, he will crawl if he has to. Thanks, Dylan.
I'm sure he will, Stacey. And the Legion also without Mikey Te'o, a very dynamic and special player for them at the fullback position. But the Legion so far, Brian Hightower, looking pretty good in this match.
Well, finally a break goes to the Seawolves, a knock-on from the kick. And finally, Seattle going to play some rugby inside the San Diego 22. Take another look here. Yep. Furno goes into contact. Hassler comes in, puts the hit on, and then Samu Manoa. I'm telling you, when 300 pounds of Samu Manoa comes bearing down on you, you don't want the ball. You'd give it to him. I'd just hand it to him.
Okay, you ready? Yep.
He is a big, big boy, is Manoa. So the scrum, let's listen in. Scrum half, J.P. Smith rolls it in.
You hold it up here, boys. Keep working. Good job.
And Smith got it back. Barton ahead. Barton inside of the 5-meter, and a big jump picked up there for Seattle. Now the Seawolves, they're stymied. They get it free. Nakatini gives it off. And towards the try line. And it's Stefan Kutsi that gets it. 5 points for Seattle. They're right back in the game, Brian.
So often in this game, we see the score created by the work of others. And the first is the break by George Barton. Watch the big red-headed Canadian international player. Great pass from the base there to Barton. He starts things out, then good hands by Manoa. Difficult pass to catch, and then finally Kutsia from Nakatini, and he goes over. Nothing San Diego can do to stop that. That's a great team try, and the kind of momentum swing that Seattle's been looking for. Haven't had a whole lot of ball to play with, Ben. Yep. I'll tell you what, they're looking dangerous, though.
They certainly are. His 8th try of the season for the 26-year-old South African. Now Stoller comes on. Brock Stoller, first in Major League Rugby in points scored, 217. The conversion is always in line with where the try was scored. Ideally, you want to get it between the posts, but when you got a guy with a boot like that, you can do it from just about anywhere, right?
Yeah, Stoller been so good all year. Shaken up early, and he's back to play. Look at the try. Kutsia crosses the line, dots it down. Easy for Scott Green to call. And Seattle so happy, and look at them.
They travel well.
Yeah, it's Little Starfire Stadium. Has traveled all the way from the Emerald City.
Matt John, 7-6 Seattle. Hassler, who was dazzling last week, has the ability to break away and be a game changer on instant. Get it outside of their own 22 is Seattle. Smith back to Seema. That right boot coming to the near touch and goes into the bench area.
Yeah, and this is Seattle's game plan.
Yep.
Happy to do this. Happy to use the foot of Ben Seema, J.P. Smith to get territory. And we saw the productive results from the Josh Furno turnover earlier, but that's what they want to do. Put the ball in San Diego's half and play from there.
Line out coming up here for San Diego. At a 6-0 lead, now 7-6 after the try by Kutsi.
So far, both teams have won all of their set pieces, 4 for 4. Capelli, Pipoletti in throws so far.
Here he goes, triggers it in there, taken away, knocked away nicely by Hatting in there.
I jinxed him.
Broadcaster jinx, it happens. All taken out, Seema. Short touch downfield. And rolls out into touch
Again, beautiful touch finder by Sema, and he did this last week against Toronto. Look at Riekert Hadding. Go up, stretch across the line. It's just a bad throw. We talked about Pippoletti. It's been the one area that he's been a little bit weak. It could be communication. So much going on in the line out there. Looks like he just underthrows it. Hadding stretches out and pulls the ball, and now it's across the 22-meter line again for the Seawolves.
Hadding with a second-half try. Last year's championship game against Glendale. Put his team up by 1 in that game. And this one here in 2019, Seattle on top, 7-6 here. Furno, 6-7, man. They can get him up in the air high. Fun to watch.
San Diego sets the ball here.
And it continues. The beauty of this game.
Through the middle.
Still going. Ball came out. Seattle comes away with it.
Great work by the Seattle forwards.
Suniola. Releasing Smith. And right into the hands there. Came free. Now Sema's going to play it down the pitch.
That's going to roll dead. So a little bit too much juice on that one from Sema. He wasn't expecting the ball. Samu Manoa bobbles it, finds the first green jersey and dumps it to Sema. So because the ball rolled dead from where it was kicked, it'll be a scrum to San Diego from the spot of the kick.
Yep. There's Richie Walker, the San Diego native. Watching from top.
He's a New Zealand native, but he's been in San Diego for quite a while.
Yeah.
Richie Walker was about to get on a plane and coach the women's team here in Chula Vista, the sevens team, and was about to get on a plane to New Zealand at the end of last year, and he got a call from Shane Skinner, Adrian Belfour from Seattle. They said, hey, man, you still got a whistle? Come on up to Seattle, and Richie's done a great job.
Of course, last year, Phil Mack, who's on their roster, involved in the coaching duties as well.
Yeah, if you know Phil Mack, he's pacing the sideline like a lion, waiting for his chance to come into this game.
Rolled into the scrum there by Augsburger.
Again, stalemate at the scrum. It's been awesome.
Yeah. Peterson now. Here come the Legion on the move over the halfway line. Barton the tackle. He's easy to find out there. Is Bart the big redhead?
No, you're holding him there, Jordan. Don't hold him there, mate.
Augsburger. Duplessis dragging Smith. Picked up what he could before he was dropped.
Backwards, play on.
Two converge there on the ball carrier. Stanfield's got it now.
Stanfield doesn't know any other direction besides forward.
Here's Patty Ryan.
Oh!
And the ball came out. Seattle's got it now. And Turner still on his feet. Got away from Peterson initially. Bounced back, goes right between the wickets there.
The referee's going to go back to the knock-on from Patty Ryan. You talk about little Shalom Suniula. He's given up a few pounds here. Well, he's also helped out by that. Yes. Hey, look, if you get Samu Manoa to help you in a tackle, bring him on any day.
He's 285. Ryan's 265.
Yeah, I don't think Manoa is 285. I think that might be a little
inflated.
Thin. Yeah, he might be doctoring the stats a little bit. I think he goes closer to 3 bills.
All right. Maybe he's dropped a few.
He looks pretty good. You know, came back.
He does.
Spent some time in Europe, and he was there for a long time, playing for Northampton and Toulon. Came back. Loves being back in the U.S. on the West Coast, and one of the first names that Gary Gold, the U.S. head coach, put on his list for the World Cup squad.
Here is a great look at the scrum from pitch level. You're going to have to reset here, says Scott Green, the referee.
Well, take a look at the reserves.
Yes.
In particular, number 19, we talk about Samu Manoa, 300 pounds. Well, Siasi Mahoney is 6'8", 300 pounds.
That's
coming
all?
on the bench from San Diego. And some good ones. Phil Mack, if he comes on the bench, a spark always. And Roland Suniula will come in for George Barton at some point because the big Canadian can't run for 80 minutes. And there's Phil Mack.
Yep.
He's just waiting. Put me in, coach. Put me in.
I'm ready to play. Get me on the pitch. Coming up on 10 minutes remaining in the first half of this match. Smith takes it out of the back onto Stoller. Anosa trying to rip the ball out of there. Smith gets it onto the hands of Manoa. He gave the ball up.
And offsides, JP Duplessis there. So it's a gift here. You got to play aggressive, but this is a discipline issue. JP Duplessis needs to leave that one alone, because this is going to give Seattle the ball likely inside the 22-meter line if SEMA strikes it well.
Well, in Seattle, coming into this championship match, first in the MLR with 183 penalties, had 11 last week in their game against Rugby United New York.
Just outside the 22-meter line. How about Stoller? The first time he came in off the wing, he got met pretty hard by Monahera.
He did.
Good ball skills there from Manoa. And then Duplessis, look at him. The ruck still formed. Reader padding. You see the scrum cap from the man in green. He's protecting the ball. The ruck is still formed. JP Duplessis does not have rights to that ball, although it looks pretty juicy.
Line out here for Seattle. They go short on it. It's got to go 5 meters, and it did. And in for the try. Is he in there?
Well, Scott Green's going to check to see if the ball went 5 meters first.
Right. It's got to go 5 meters from that line out.
A
little bit of trickery there.
Are we happy that the ball's travelled 5 there?
Yeah. If you feel we need to check, I'm happy. I'm putting the decision to try.
Okay, I think we'll check. Okay. There's a little uncertainty about it. The ball travelled 5. Okay. We're going to go upstairs, TMO.
We do it to the TMO, television match official.
Okay, Dave, my decision is a try.
Is the TMO official. What he's going to check is, did the ball travel 5 meters at the line out?
Let's see.
There is the hash mark.
Thank you.
That is 5 meters for sure.
Yep.
And a trick play. Beautiful. JP Smith comes in. He's playing scrum half here. Takes the short ball. All the forwards were fooled, looking for the throw to another forward, and JP Smith.
A lot of JPs. They're both good.
And they're both South African.
Yes. JP Smith, if this stands, be a 5-point try. Is that foot in any way, does that matter, that left foot,
I think,
Brian?
He puts his right foot down. He's got the ball in his hands. I think that's going to be a try.
There's Smith, hoping it stands.
And it does, because Brock Stoller.
Yes, go ahead, Dave.
Teeing up.
Okay, confirming on-field decision. Try, award the try.
So there's the official word, as the referee always has it in the great sport of rugby. And it's 12-6 now.
Yeah, great. For me, if NFL, if you're watching this, this is how you do it. You get someone upstairs to tell you the call to make.
Yes.
You make it quickly. You move on. You don't need an official to go under the hood. You just need somebody, another referee, looking at the screen to tell you what decision to make. Speeds it up. That's my humble opinion.
Understood. So Brock Stoller trying to extend this lead to 8. Stands at 6 now. The try worth 5. The conversion worth 2. On comes San Diego. They won't get there. Stoller's boot is up and good. And Seattle, after being down 6-0, Brian, now up 14-6.
Just a beautiful called move there.
That was a great play.
You practice something like this, and you never think you're going to be able to pull it off on game day. But the window is that they call the play because every red shirt is looking inside for the throw. Great call by Stephen Coates and JP Smith.
Crafty indeed. Seattle on top in this game, this match, by 8. Ball inside of their 22-meter.
No, stay out, boys. Stay out. Thank you.
Peterson will take this on the hop.
Yep, lowest box kick you've ever seen.
Keep on coming out.
This one in the air, collision. San Diego comes away with it, or is it knocked on?
Yeah, it's knocked on in the air, and you can see it. A great contest in the air, and this is what both teams are trying to do. Trying to get the competition where the ball just lands perfectly so that an oncoming player can get in the air higher than the receiver.
There's the knock on as we look back.
Yeah, who else? Joe Peterson goes up for that ball. A great competition in the air with J.P. Smith, but the ball goes forward off of Peterson.
So the scrum will be set. 6 to play in the first half.
These scrums have not moved more than an inch or two.
Championship match here in the Major League Rugby. Rolled in by Smith.
Stay.
Comes out. Smith has it. Seattle's got all the momentum. Seawolves now boots it downfield. In the waiting hands of Peterson. Come out on there to Connor Kearns. Sends it up high. Up in the air goes Seema. As he was hit there by Kearns, Brian.
And Kearns had his head in the sky. And he takes out Seema. This might be a yellow card. You cannot hit a player in the air, even if it's unintentional, which it was. Looked like Kearns just trying to time his jump, but he misses it.
Let's look back.
Take a look again. Kearns, head in the sky, still looking up, looking up, makes his jump, never sees Seema, takes him out.
So what I have the red player jumping late, hitting number 10, Green, in here. He's come down, landed on his backside first, jumping a penalty only in the middle here. Yeah, you agree with that? Okay.
So we'll listen to Scott Green. He's going to go out and give an explanation here. Love that part of this game.
Time's on. Joey.
Peterson in.
Well, I'll tell you what, San Diego's going to get a break here because it sounds like Scott Green says penalty only.
It's just a timing issue. Yeah. However, Red has hit the man in the air, so it's going to be penalty only here against your, I think, 9 or 14, was it? 11. 14 Red. Penalty here, playing the man in the air. Okay?
There's the verdict.
You know, and this is good refereeing. Scott Green does not want to make a decision that's going to have an impact on the game. You can see...
Dangerous contact.
Yeah, and I've seen this call go either way. Dangerous contact, could be a yellow card, and then it's going to be 10 minutes in the bin for Connor Kearns. But 15 on 15 is going to stay that way, penalty only.
And Seema with that right foot sends it down the pitch. Let's get down to Stacy.
Another one of my favorite things about this game of rugby, we just heard how Scott Green handled that, looking at the big picture. What fans at home did not see that I was able to witness was the conversation between Seema and Connor Kearns immediately after that hit. First things first, Kearns made sure Seema was okay. Seema returned the favor and said, hey, I know it was not intentional. That is the kind of sportsmanship that makes the MLR extra special, guys.
No doubt about it. I love that about this sport, Brian.
Yeah, Stacey, you wouldn't expect anything less from a former captain of Oxford University to be nothing but a gentleman.
Right.
Connor Kearns.
And a scholar, right?
Absolutely.
Off the line out.
Dangerous here for San Diego, and it goes the way of the Legion. They needed a break here. They spent all the pressure from Seattle. They've gotten all the breaks. They've earned the ball inside the San Diego half, and now they got to work their way back out. And if you think about this half so far, first 20 minutes it was all San Diego, but they only came away with 6, and then suddenly Seattle's poured it on in the last 15. San Diego needs to figure out a way to swing the momentum before halftime.
In your mind, how do they do that?
Okay, boys,
well, there have been a few penalties, some silly ones. We saw the one by J.P. Duplessis just trying to get a little bit over eager and then hold on to the ball. We've seen a few balls spilled in the contact area.
Scrum for San Diego. It'll be rolled in here by their scrum half, Nate Augsburger. From Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Can you do now? Stable. Stationary.
Just a mass of humanity, and it comes out of there back to Peterson. And this one will be kicked into touch in the front row down below us.
Another great touch finder by Peterson. And that's about all you can get off the boot there.
10 on those box kicks. Okay, you're inside that 10, you're liable to be penalised.
Scott Green there relaying a message to big Josh Furno. There's Joe Peterson. 3 minutes and counting left here in the first half of this match. 2018 champion Seattle on top of San Diego by 8. Cantini had it knocked out of his hands and he falls on it. Ball squirts free to San Diego, but
you're off your feet.
Yeah, that's Joseph Aramalua. The ball's on the ground. He's trying to get away with it because Scott Green's on the other side of the ruck. I tell you what, Nakatini doesn't have room to breathe there when he takes the ball from the line out, and it's because the pressure by Augsburger. And look, if your job is, as Augsburger is about 5'8", 5'9", and he's got to take down Nakatini every time he receives the ball, you better get up into his face before he has time to get his legs moving. And Augsburger's done a great job.
So 6'5" and 260 is what I have for Nakatini. That right? That accurate in your mind?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter.
He looks bigger than that, though.
Once he starts snorting and moving forward and getting those knees bumping, you don't want any part of that thing.
What a great match, and what an unbelievable turnout here in San Diego. Jam-packed here at Torero Stadium. Beautiful pictures, courtesy of our director, Matt Plundo, and all of our great crew here at CBS. Up high, Nakatini down with it. The ball ensues. And driving ahead is Seattle. Comes out, J.P. Smith finds Barton. Barton had some speed trying to split two defenders there.
That's fine.
Ball down on the pitch. Diving in, everybody trying to find it. Augsburger, he came away with it somehow.
Oh, great ball over the top by Stanfield, but Mattias can't find the handle.
Mattias now will kick it away. Turner, he'll play it just over the halfway line. Turner, dangerous play, but he got it away. Peterson now. Called Mark there again, I presume.
All the way.
Boy, I tell you what, if I'm San Diego, I like running it into the left corner there. Got a bunch of forwards out to Seattle's right. Peterson calls the mark, and that's just part of the game plan.
Yeah. Good touch that one goes.
If San Diego could have gotten their backs aligned out to the left, that was green light for me.
Final 20 seconds here in the first half of this championship match. Seattle on top by 8 after trailing 6-0 on 2 kicks by Joe Peterson.
Stefan Kotsia has been perfect in the line-out. I tell you what, it's been part of the success of this Seattle team. They have been deadly from this set piece, including the tricky line-out that's from J.P. Smith. They've been mixing it up great. They'll go to Nakatini. They'll go to Riekert Hatting.
Up high, they pull it down. Hatting got it, now Seaman's got it. Big George Barton, 2 on him there. Barton to the halfway line. Ruck ensues over the top. Taken out of there by Smith. Now Riekert Hatting. He's dropped by Patty Ryan.
Stay here, boys, this way. Thank you.
Smith puts it high into the air with a left foot. Peterson under it. Turner down there quickly. And he called Mark again here.
Great pressure by Matt Turner. Peterson going to put this one out, end the half, go to the locker room.
And that is indeed the end of the half. And San Diego led 6-0. Seattle, though, comes back with 14. And they lead 14-6 here in the MLR championship game. That's the end of the half with the score. 14-6 Seattle. You're watching the Major League Rugby Championship on CBS.